I love you yesterday, but I don't think I love you today anymore. Not with Taurus. The second house of the Zodiac, which is the house of stability. It means it's here to stay. If you need someone to stay here, ask someone, listen, I need you to sit here and please stay here. Do not move. Taurus is gonna win the challenge and competition. Change is inevitable. People change the way they look, the way they feel. Not Taurus. You ever met somebody look the same? Dude, you look the same for a long time. Probably a Taurus. You moved out the neighborhood, came back. Dude, you still there? Probably a Taurus.
Boring.
Think about the most boring person you know. Probably a Taurus. Yep, it's a Taurus. But hold on. How come, if they so boring, how come people always want to be around them? Oh, I'll tell you why. Because they feel good. Good. Whatever type of energy you have is going to reflect on others and the people around you. So when you feel good, people around you feel good as well. And Taurus are the masters of feeling good. So they feel good. Let's take a sandwich. Take a sandwich, split the sandwich in half, and give the other half to the Taurus. I'm sorry, they gonna enjoy that sandwich a little bit more than you. Did I refer to boring as if it was a bad thing? Well, I'm sorry. No. Let's give some value to the word boring. Let's give some value to being boring. Simple. Have you ever been in trouble where you wish you were home just bored? You ever met somebody who, they don't want to fight you, but clearly they could beat you up? See, Taurus is the strongest sign of the Zodiac physically. So, yes, that's like people, you mad at them, and they're just sitting there peacefully. And people looking at you too dude, that guy who doesn't want to fight you, he's way stronger than you. You better stop picking on him. That's the Taurus. So just because they strong doesn't mean that they're gonna beat you up. However, remember, Taurus means to stay. So they're gonna stay calm for a long time. And you keep picking on them. That means that the minute they decide to come out of that peaceful mode and they decide to get angry, they are not going to stop being angry. These are people that once they get angry, they're gonna be angry for a long time. They're gonna trash the whole neighborhood, the house, the building. They're gonna scorch the whole town. On fire. Earthquake. So don't get them started. It's like a machine that takes a long time to crank up, but once you turn it on, you just can't turn it off like that. That's Taurus when dealing with anger and issues of that matter. You go visit your Taurus friend, listen, yo, we gotta go. Nah, not with Taurus. Listen, let me yawn a little bit and put my slips on and, drink my hot cocoa or something. You don't rush me out the house. No, not with Taurus. Chillax, fall back. There's a zodiac sign for rich people. There's a zodiac sign for money. Yes, Taurus is the zodiac sign for rich boys and all you rich girls. So if Taurus is the rich people of the Zodiac, the money people, how come some Taurus people, they ain't got no money? How come? Yes, well, this is why. Change is inevitable. See, Taurus does not deal well with change. Taurus means for things to stay the same. So if you're in a circumstance where there's no income or low income, or there's no money at all, then things will stay like that for a minute. So pretty much, Taurus people, when they broke, they might be broke for a long time. You know what else? You know what else now? Once they get money, once they're gonna be paid for a long time as well. Right, there's a bit of irony of how these people who are so financially driven, they could just like, dude, that you just gave the homeless guy $40. You didn't even have $40 last week. It's something about them. They understand the value of money. You know, this is people who you may not be thinking about money, and they might shake your hand and put some money in your hand, and you be like, I didn't ask you for money, but they understand that later on you're going to need it. They know that more than others. Right, so 12 signs of the zodiac, they're all perfect, and there's a lesson to be learned from each house. The lesson to be learned from the second house is how to stay and how to practice stability. And primarily to stability, the lesson that must be learned from the second house is to define and to give value to what it is that you find worth in it. The lesson is to sit down and figure out what is it that's valuable to you regarding, and that depends on your situation. You know, for some Taurus, they may value their car. I value my car, my job, and my children. You know, for another Taurus, it may be something else. You know, I value my jewelry, my phone, and all my ladies. You know, whatever. Thing is, anybody can make money. Not anybody could keep the money. And because Taurus rules stability, they know how to hold on to things. And yes, rich is a mentality. Poverty is a mentality. And yes, Taurus, they could hold on to $1, but because their mentality is of rich, they might just get the money and blow it. But yes, we all need money. We do things for money. Every zodiac sign. But I tell you one thing. Every now and then you kind of forget about money. Not Taurus. Oh, they are steadily on their mind thinking about it. So you're not. That's their focal point. Where other people may forget about it, not them. So they're gonna catch you. You're gonna slip on the issue of valuing and acquiring money. Not the Taurus. They're not gonna miss out on the chance, while many others will. If you want a partner that's never going to leave you, Taurus. Would you like an employee that's gonna stay with you forever? Taurus. If you want to be around people who are just safe and pleasant and come with pretty much zero issues, Taurus. Oh, and it's gonna cost you. You want a loyal girlfriend that's never gonna. You want a Taurus girlfriend that's never gonna leave you. It's attractive and loving. Oh yeah, it's gonna cost you. Don't forget, Taurus comes with all that good loving and good pleasure and love. Yeah, they're expensive. It's gonna cost you. So if you want to make anything expensive, just put it on a Taurus. Take a sweater, for example. Take your best sweater and find any Taurus and put it on them. That sweater just went up in price. Very seldom you'll catch a Taurus, sitting home and their pockets is burning, pants itching. They gotta go somewhere and spend it. No, they're not like that. In fact, they're gonna take a long time just to walk to the kitchen. They take a long time to do anything, like real sluggish. Yeah, but they don't have that urge and that in tranquility that others have once they get two. A lot of people can't keep 2 pennies for 1 second. Not Taurus. Well, because Taurus people, because they are born with the ability to know how to stay, the ability to appreciate things, material things, you know, and the ability to hold on to things. It makes it easier for them to keep money. And because Taurus rules stability, they will beat others at keeping a dollar. Taurus, which is the earth sign, the first earth sign of the zodiac, they are the closest thing to the earth. So they value the true basic necessities. They master being basic to the point where now it appears to be vain. Health is the new money. In a higher sense. Well, let's think about it. Money for 3 things: food, clothing, and shelter. So the best of food sustains your health. The best of clothing, warm, clean clothing, sustains your health. The best of housing keeps you safe and warm, which sustains your health. So that's what money is really for. It all comes down to your health and survival, and not just vanity and pleasure. Ruled by Venus, or they rule love. That's the goddess of love. So if you want to experience like real love, you're not beating Taurus at love. You hook up with a Taurus, yeah, you gonna get butterflies and that smooshy, holding hands and kicking cans out in the park and all that good, that good stuff. Taurus, lucky number 2. Taurus, lucky color, all pretty colors, especially yellow. Taurus, lucky day of the week, Friday, named after Venus. This is a brief Taurus, Sun and Taurus, Zodiac sign introduction. Rick Who Zodiac. Check out my next video. Peace.